Good morning. Welcome to the Great Movement at Home Lab series in partnership with the Health Museum. I'm Robert Hale, your host for today's program. And as many of you know, I'm a certified personal trainer, also a nutrition and a running coach. And I really appreciate you having me back today. And I love doing these shows, and it's a great Saturday morning to be here. A couple points, as we always do, and as a reminder, be certain that you have your physicians and your medical team's approval to exercise and before you perform today's exercises. Also, you want to make sure you have water. Make sure that you take breaks as you need them. Stop if you have any pain, any shortness of breath, or if you're not feeling right. Again, I want you to continue, but go ahead and stop the exercising. And as a reminder, all of these exercise programs that we do each Saturday on the website, greatage.org, there and access over 50 different programs. So after the program today, you can actually go on and replay that if you need to. For today's program, what I'm going to do is something a little bit different than I've done in the past. Is we're going to do a cardio program. So we're going to be doing a lot of different movements very quickly. But again, it'll be recorded so you can watch it later if you don't get it the first time. As I try to do, all the movements can be done standing, or you could be seated in. So I've got a chair here as well for backup. You can use a chair as well for support if you need a chair for support. Or again, if you want to do today's exercises from a seated position or in a chair, then just follow all my movements, and you're just going to do those movements seated versus standing. Most of my program today will be standing, with the exception of the cool down and the stretching, which I'll do from a seated position. So again, just make sure that you do what you need to do and do what's best for your particular situation. The other thing that I want to show you is today in our program, we're going to be doing a lot of marching. Okay, so we're going to be doing a lot of this activity. We're going to be bringing our knees up high. We're going to be doing a lot of marching. We're going to use that. We're going to use that movement between all of our exercises. So after with one particular exercise, we're going to come back and get into another exercise, and we're to march. A lot of marching. You're going to marching movement in today's program. One thing I want before we get into the warm-up, and again, remember that before we start any exercise program, we all warm up our body 5 to 10 minutes, get the blood flowing, warm our body up. And again, then we're going to get into our cardiorespiratory training. And as I mentioned before in previous programs, this cardiorespiratory training is so important because it's great for our heart, great for our lungs, great for moving the blood, and it's just really good overall. So every week we want to do both cardiorespiratory training, as I mentioned last time, and you want to do the strength training that I've done on this show several times before. So we want to make our muscles stronger and our flexibility and moving as we get older. Okay. Now, a couple points I want to make. In every show, I like to talk about a few hints, a few things that might be good for you to use in your everyday activities. And a couple things I wanted to bring up today, talking about cardiorespiratory training and moving, is a couple tricks or things I share with my clients out there. Or you go to park at the department store, or you go to the park at that store. Look, we want the park closest to the front door. I'm guilty as well. As quick as you can. Well, what I challenge you to do over the next week is, rather than door, and if you're physically able and you don't have any conditions and it's safe to do so, park at the back of the parking place. I want you to park at the back of the parking lot. I want you to find that spot that's. What that does, causes you to get in more exercise, causes you to get that cardio And even it adds up every day, and it's really helpful. So again, what you want to do is, like I said, get that parking plate, get that parking spot at the end of the parking lane, not at the beginning, and that's going to help. Is not only physically help, but it's going to help our mental state as well. Because if you're like me, you get frustrated when someone steals that spot from you. So just a tip that you can use. The other thing is, we know we're all, as we're seniors, and what do we do a lot of? We're waiting in physicians' offices. We're waiting in the pharmacy. What do? You go in, you plop down on the chair, you grab your iPhone, you grab a book, and you start reading. That's 30 minutes that you can be moving, that you can be adding to your daily cardio, that you can be adding to your daily movement. So what I challenge you to do is, when you go to that doctor's appointment, don't sit down in the chair. Why don't you stand there and just move, okay? Now, people are probably going to look at me a little strange, but that's okay, because it may encourage them, it may motivate them to do the same thing. So you may inspire someone else to do the same thing. Or if you're sitting in your chair at the physician's office, you know what? Why don't you sit there, and why don't you do marching, because you can do marching too. And that's 30 minutes that you can get in of exercise while you're in the waiting room. So just a couple practical ways that you can get in some extra cardio during the day that normally we don't think about. Or if you're in the waiting room, you can do some pacing. Rather than just sitting there, you can walk back and forth and kind of pace, and you're getting in that cardio. So a couple tricks, a couple things that you can use in your daily living. And so I challenge you to look every day at where you can get in a little extra exercise, a little extra cardio. Keep your body moving. Let's keep healthy. Let's keep strong. And that's how we're going to do it. All right. So now we're going to get into our warm-up. Okay. We're going to, as everyone knows, I've gone through this warm-up before. So if you've been with me in the past, you know what this routine is. Okay. So if you need a drink, get your water bottles, take a drink, get your drink, get ready, because we're going to start the warm-up, and then we're going to get into our program. All right. So if you remember, we start from the top, we go down. You can do the warm-up in a seated position if you're in a chair, or you can do it standing up. Okay. So the first thing we want to do is we're going to move our head, okay, from side to side. And I'm not going to do any counting for this. I just want to take a few seconds and move your head from side to side. Okay. And then, as you remember, if you've been with these programs with me before, we're going to look down to the ground and up to the sky. Down to the ground and up to the sky. To the ground and up to the sky. We're going to get the blood flowing. We're going to get our body moving. Okay, now what I want you to do is some shoulder rolls. Okay, we're going to roll our shoulders to the front. Nice. Get the blood flowing. Don't forget your breathing. Don't forget your deep breathing. We want to inhale and exhale. Okay, now go shoulders to the back. I don't want you during today's exercise to hold your breath. We should never hold our breath, but rather we should be doing great deep breathing exercises. And then that's really good for our whole body. Okay, once you're done with your shoulder rolls, let's do arm circles. Let's do big circles if you're able. If you can't, then still do the motion, still get those circles in there, but let's do big circles. Okay, that's awesome. Y'all look good. Y'all look really good. You're starting the Saturday morning off to an awesome, awesome start. Let's go back. Let's move it back, all right? Move those arms back. Very nice. You're feeling your body warm up. You're getting the muscles warm, the joints going. All right. Now let's do some punching. Okay, let's do some jabs. Okay, jabs. All right. Jab. And jab. And jab. You're working on your shoulders, working your arms, working your feet, and up. Let's go up. Again, working our shoulders. There you go. Looking great. Now we're going to go side to side in the jab. Twist, twist. Working those hips muscles, twisting, adding a little bit of twisting motion into our warm-up. And let's do some chest pumps. bring it down to a chest pump. Let's bring it center. Bring our arm center and out. Center and out. Working on those pec muscles, okay? Working on those muscles in our arms and our shoulders. All right. Now let's do side to side step out. You can put your hands on your hips and just side, out. Side, up, out. We do. All right, looking good. And now after this, we're going to bring it to marching. We need to practice this marching because we're going to be doing a lot of marching today, okay? So let's bring it to marching. Knees up as high as you can go. If you're seated, I want you to sit up straight. Do your marching. I want you to move your hands. I want you pumping your hands when you're marching, okay? Now let's do, as we end the warm-up, as we finish out this warm-up, let's do a few foot raises. You can hold up to the back of your chair, okay, and just go up on your foot and down, up on your toes and down, up on your toes and down. This helps warm up our feet. It's good exercise too for our balance and our foot muscles, and works our legs as well. Very nice. Okay, very good. All right, so we're done with our warm-up. Great job on the warm-up. Let's take a little water, take a drink. I'm going to take a drink here myself. Awesome. Okay, let's get into our routine, our cardio routine. What I'm going to do is show you what the movement is, probably in a slower motion, and then I'll jump right into the motion. And again, if you want more of a challenge, you can modify all of these exercises by moving faster. So if I'm telling you to do this movement, if you want to challenge yourself, go faster. If you want to go slower, that will make the movement easier. So you can speed it up or slow it down depending on where you are in that exercise spectrum. Okay, so let's start. First of all, as I said, we're going to start with marching. What we're going to do different here, though, is we're going to move forward and backwards. Okay, so march. We'll do forward and backwards. Okay, we're going to start marching. Let's do a count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, looking good, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Now we're going to add in, I want you to keep your feet moving. This is cardio. I want you to add in taps to the front, okay? The heel tap and a heel tap, okay? Do a heel tap and a heel tap, okay? That's what I want you to do. And now what we're going to do is we're going to add in our arms. So when you tap, arm out front, arm out front, arm out front. You got it? Okay. I'm going to count you down 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give me a couple more. All right, so I think you've got this movement down. And again, if you're seated in a chair, you're going to do the same thing. All right, if I have a chair, I'm going to be doing what I just did, but I'm going to be tapping in the chair and moving my hands. Okay, so again, no matter what you're doing, you can do this exercise seated or standing, and that's the same for all of our exercises. If you want to go faster, that'll make it more challenging. Let's go back to marching. Okay, back to marching. We're going to do some good marching. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to tap to the back. Okay, you're going to engage your abs, tap to the back, back, back. Okay, and now what we're going to do is we're going to add in, let's do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, you got it? 1. And now what we're going to add to this movement is we're going to add in our hands to the back. What we're going to do is triceps. Okay, you're going to feel this in your tricep muscles. You're going to go back with your hands. Okay, so do your back pass. Back, and your hands, back, and your hands, back, and your hands, back, your hands. Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, tap back, 1, tap back, give me 2 more, tap back, tap back, very nice. We bring it back to marching, we're doing our marching, let's go forward and back on our marching, okay? There you go, forward and backing. Okay, next thing I want to work on is as we get older, many of you might have this problem. I know sometimes my fingers and my hands get achy, and we have arthritis sometimes in our hands. If we're working a lot of times on computers, our hands get achy. So I want to stretch our muscles in our hands. I want to stretch our fingers. And what we're going to do is after this marching, we're going to add in some boxing jabs again, okay? So this time we're going to do a little bit different. What I want you to do, I'm going to keep moving my legs. Keep moving your legs. But what I want you to do is add in some boxing jab. We're going to start with a closed fist. And I want you to open it when you get to the end. I want you to open it when you get to the end, okay? On both hands. And that's going to work your fingers and work those muscles. So 1, jab, 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 jab. You see what I'm doing here? Open your fingers at the end. Let's do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's go to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stretch those fingers. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's go up. 10, 9. Stretch those fingers. Remember, we're doing fist and stretch. Keep your feet moving. We're doing cardio. We're working our heart muscles, so we want to keep movement at all times. Let's keep our movement up and to the top. Very nice. All right. If you need to take a break, take a drink, take a break. Then we can catch you up at the back end. Or if you get tired and you need a chair, you need a chair for assistance. Make sure that you stop to use the chair. Okay, back to marching. All right. Now we're going to do one of my favorite. We're going to open and close the doors. All right. I want your hands up, shoulder width. I'm going to open the door. I'm going to bring it back to center. Open the door. I'm going to bring it back to center. It's working your shoulder muscles as well as giving you some good cardio. Back to center. Okay. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very nice. We're going to bring it back to marching. Keep your marching, keep your hands moving, keep your knees up as much as you can. You know what we're going to do now? Something we did in elementary school that you probably love. Let's do jumping jacks. Except I don't want you jumping. We're not going to jump. What we're going to do is a variation of jumping jacks. Okay, so watch me. Move this chair. Okay. So we're going to do up hands to the step to the side. Up hands to the step to the side. Okay? Let's do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring back to marching. And while you're marching, we're going to do that same routine. Now you've got it down. You just practiced those. You just did 10 of those jumping jacks. We're going to add in some squats with those jumping jacks, okay? We're going to do jack, jack, squat, all right? So think about that. So we're going to go jack, jack, the middle, squat, squat, jack, jack, squat, squat, jack, jack, squat, squat, jack, jack, squat, squat. One more. Jack, jack, squat, squat. Very nice. All right. Told you we're doing a lot of marching. You got to keep moving. Got to keep moving. So we're back to marching. Now I want you to jog in place. Okay. This is jogging in place. You're going to lift your knees up. You're going to bring your knees up. You're going to bring your arms up. I'll do this from the side so you can see from the side. Okay, you're jogging in place. Very nice. We'll do to the count of 10, 9, 8, 7. You can use the back of the chair. You can use the back of a chair if you need support. Then use the back of your chair. If you're in a seat, you're sitting down, then obviously you can do the same thing jogging. Okay, very nice. Let's bring it to 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. All right. All right. Move it, shake it out. Deep breaths. Breathe in, breathe out. Very nice. Now we're going to work our backs. We're going to work on our backs, okay? So what I want you to do is bring your shoulder blades in. Remember last time we did the resistance band. And remember we pulled the band toward our chest. Pulled it back. I want you to use that same action, that same movement. Start here and pull back. Bring your shoulder blades together in the back, okay? And that's going to work your back. What we're going to do with that, though, is we're going to add, okay? We're going to add foot side to the side. I want you to move your foot side and back, and side and back. Pull the string and back. Take your string and back. Resistance band and back, okay? So let's do 10, 9, half to the side, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Okay, you should feel that in your back muscle. We're going to finish off with some intervals. Okay, we're going to finish off with some interval jabs. So I want you moving your foot. I want you to slight jog. I want you jab, jab, jab. Okay, jab, jab to the side, to the side, to the side. Now I want you to pick it up as fast as you can go. To the side, to the side, to the side, to the side. Slow it down. Jab, jab, jab. Now we're going to go to the top, okay? We're going to go up top. Jab, jab, jab. We're going to go fast. Jab, 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 jab. Go slow. Slow it down. Bring it back down. This is intervals. We're going fast and we're going to go slow. All right? And then let's go jab to the front. Jab, jab. Go slow. Jab. Let's speed it up. Speed up our movement. Speed up our movement to the jab, to the jab. All right, and back down slow. All right, great work. That completes our cardio. Hopefully you feel that heart muscle working and you've had a good workout for this Saturday morning. Excellent work. Now we're going to bring it home with a cool down and some light stretching. We always complete this with some light stretching and a cool down. You need to take some water. Take some water. Take those deep breaths. Breathe in and breathe out. Okay, so I'm going to take a seat for this. For stretching, we're going to bring it all home with some stretching. We're going to do some shoulder shrugs. We're going to go up and down on our shoulders. Okay, shoulder shrugs. All right, up and down, up and down. All right, now let's do inhale to the top and exhale to the bottom. Inhale and exhale to the bottom. Inhale and exhale to the bottom. Inhale and exhale to the bottom. Let's do 5. 1, 2, very nice. 3, 4, and we're going to clap at the top. I want you to keep your hands together at the top, and let's stretch to the side. You can feel your muscles stretching. We're getting a nice stretch. Now that we've gone through our exercise program, we're going to stretch to the other side. All right, let's do this couple. 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Very good. Very good. Bring it all to center. Bring it back down. And now let's work on our legs, stretch our back. I want you to put your right foot out, facing your foot, your toes pointed to the sky. And I want you to bring your arm down and stretch, stretch, stretch. You're going to feel that in your legs and your back and all of your legs. We're going to stretch those muscles we just worked. Very nice. Keep your foot flat on the floor, your left foot, and stretch. Okay, one more time, and let's hold it. Hold it. Very nice. Okay, let's do the other foot, toe to the sky. Opposite foot flat on the floor, and stretch, stretch. All right, stretch that muscle, stretch those muscles. Very nice. Okay, bring it back and stretch. Okay. Let's do 2 more. Come on, you got it. You can do 2 more. We're at the end of almost at the end of the program. So let's give it what you got and get some good stretching in. Get this Saturday morning started out awesome. Let's do some feet circles. Okay, the feet in front of you. We're going to move our foot around. Okay, we're going to take I've got my right foot and I'm moving it in a circle. Okay, that's going to keep it going. All right. Let's do the other foot. Do some circles with your foot. Stretch out that foot. The foot is so important for our balance and for our good general exercising and good health. We want to keep them exercised and flexible and our feet moving. All right. Well, that's the cool down for today and the stretching and the program. You all did awesome. Nice work out there. Again, I want to remind you that these shows are conducted every Saturday by the Great Age Movement in partnership with the Health Museum. So make sure that you tune us in next week, same time, same place, next Saturday. And also remember that all these programs are on the greatage.org website for you to access 24/7 whenever you need them. So if you need to go back and revisit a show, or today you had to sit out, or you got winded and had to stop, you can go back and pick this show back up again at any time that you want to do that. Just visit the website. So thank you, Great Age Movement and the Health Museum, for having me back today. I really appreciate it. Keep going out there, keep moving. Have a great day. Get some vitamin D. It's a great day in Houston, and it's going to be sunny and bright. All right. Thanks. Bye, everybody.